What's going on, everyone? Jose G here for Sportskeeda Wrestling. Tons of news today into Top Story. We got some backstage news on Aleister Black's AEW debut last night on the reason why he was able to show up so early. We also got some news on John Cena filming a new movie in August out in Europe. May coincide with SummerSlam. Plus, we also got WWE reports of them wanting Brock Lesnar at live events, that and much more. And also, Jeremy's joining me today in place of Kevin here on the Top Story. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Top Story. Jeremy, thank you for filling in for Kevin. How you doing, broski?
Anytime, man. Doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, we're doing great, bro. We're fresh off the heels off of an explosive AEW Dynamite Road Rager last night. We covered it extensively in the debrief, Kevin and I, last night. And Rico El Glorioso, who's my co-host on the debrief, was at the Road Rager last night. We had some exclusive video of Aleister Black, now known as Malakai Black, making his debut at AEW last night. Tore the house down. My jaw definitely dropped down to the floor. Jeremy, big time wrestling move in today's environment, man, because it's huge.
Yeah, I saw the headline from Sean Ross Sapp, and I thought, like, I just read the headline of it in passing before Dynamite went live, and I just read it. I read the headline as maybe they're speculating that he's coming. I didn't realize it was going to be last night. And so the lights go out. And we're like, oh, well, the lights had gone out a couple of times. People are wondering if that was the hurricane or something, something just screwing with the power. And then the lights pop on this time. And there is Malakai Black. And I'm like, holy cow. The pop was just tremendous. Seeing Rico's video of watching, hearing the crowd from his perspective, that was pretty cool to see as well.
Yeah, and we actually do have that video here for you guys. So you guys want to check it out really quick. I'm going to go ahead and put it on for you. Let me just switch over here.
Oh, it's Tommy. Oh, shit, is that Tommy? Tommy in.
So that was great video, great coverage by Rico over there last night in Miami. But now we know the big question here was, why was Aleister Black able to show up at AEW so soon? And today we find out through PWInsider that there was a clerical error. A clerical error that he was still under the non-compete clause from NXT, which usually in NXT is 30 days. He was still under that NXT non-compete clause. Therefore, on a technicality, guess what? 30 days are gone. I'm all elite, baby.
How many shades of purple did Vince's face turn after he learned that news last night?
Crazy. Unbelievable. Like, I just laughed when I saw that because I'm like, how, dude? And you saw the reaction last night.
Yeah.
The energy. And Rico said it himself when he was in the crowd. Like, you can feel that atmosphere. It was just electric. And, man, they just dropped the ball last night.
The whole night was tremendous. I mean, just hearing, like I mentioned on Twitter, something as small as people fighting up the aisles in the crowds, is something you hadn't seen for over a year. And just little things like that when Dustin Rhodes did that earlier in the evening with, I think, Aaron Solos, who he was brawling up the crowd. Just those little things made the night special. I mean, the pop Hangman got was the pop Cody got from the beginning. But going back to Aleister Black, I love it. Like, go check on Arn, and then pop him with a fade to black on Cody as well. The whole debut right there, it's going to be talked about for years to come.
I absolutely agree. I think this is a great move for AEW. This is going to bring a whole new dynamic to their roster. This is a great move, and the internet wrestling community absolutely loved it. And not to mention that he kept his eye gimmick going.
Yeah,
that's commitment. Yeah.
A lot of people loved that and mentioned that, of course, when they debuted. It was just, man, he looked, and I tell you what, I'll tell you what though, Excalibur, I almost forgot his name there for a minute. Excalibur just explained the situation perfectly. Explained that this is not Tommy End. This is not the Tommy End that he knew, not the Tommy End that he wrestled overseas many years ago. This is Malakai Black. He did a great job of laying out who he is, who this guy is in the ring, and I wonder, my podcast co-host, who is a Sportskeeda writer, Matt Black, he mentioned, well, maybe they're going to reconsider this because, the crowd chanting for Tommy. And I'm like, you could do a two-face as kind of like a Mick Foley type of deal. You could do this Malakai Black personality as a heel and Tommy End as a baby face whenever you decide to turn him. You could almost do these two sides of and I think Black's a guy that could perfectly do two different characters in a company.
Yeah, that's a good creative way to go with him now. And you don't even need to have him turn, heel or babyface. You can strictly have him in that in gray in between area. Yeah. And you can have him play off that multiple personality. Like when he's dressed normal, he's Tommy End. When he's in the ring and he's there for either a title match, that's when you bring in Malakai Black. So a lot of creative stuff that you could do right now with Tommy End. I'm just happy he's working. We'll see what's going on. Guys, tons of stuff dropping in Sportskeeda Wrestling. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel. Tonight, the Inside Cradle premieres at 7 p.m. We have a special guest from Fightful Select. Sean Ross Sapp joins Kevin Kellum and Rick Cucino to talk what's going on in the latest in the world of wrestling, plus their take on AEW last night in the Road Rager with Aleister Black making his debut. It's going to be a jam-packed episode. You can pick that up on your podcast, favorite podcast outlet on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your major podcasts. You can get that. If you want to watch the video version, premieres tonight on YouTube. So make sure you are hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so that way whenever we go live. And if you're currently watching right now on Facebook, make sure you're sharing tonight, right now, this top story in your favorite wrestling group and tag your friends in the comment section so they can join in on the conversation. Your comments will be live on screen, and make sure you follow us on all of our social media. So, Jeremy, let's talk about our next story here. John Cena. We've been talking a lot about John Cena in the last few weeks, ever since we knew about SummerSlam, Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium, the big rumored match, John Cena versus Roman Reigns for the main event. This match has not been confirmed yet. And today, this looks not likely to happen. I don't know. What's going on with John Cena? He's got a new movie. What can you tell me about this?
It looks like there is a Variety, the Variety magazine, reporting that Cena is going to appear in the upcoming spy thriller series Argylle. The first film in that is going to be starting to film in Europe in August, which is next month, which is when SummerSlam is. SummerSlam obviously is on a Saturday this year, August 21st. We don't know what Cena's involvement is in the film. We don't know if maybe this is just principal photography. Who knows what exactly is going on with this filming here, but it is interesting timing that they're starting this now, and Cena is going to be involved, and it really throws. Maybe that's why when we had all that smoke and still nothing was really really made official or said, maybe it was because Cena jumped onto this project.
Yeah, man, everything's up in the air now, because what do you do if Cena is not in the picture for SummerSlam? We already know, and this is going to be our last story about Brock Lesnar. if you can't get those big marquee names for your stadium SummerSlam, okay, who do you put in that marquee match? So we've been talking about this for several weeks, where Cena's schedule had cleared because he had just got finished wrapping up Peacemaker. He's just got wrapped up doing media stuff for F9. So there was going to be a window where he was able to work. Now, he hasn't said that, or WWE hasn't confirmed a date on when we can expect Cena. Now, there's been a lot of talk. Next Friday. Next Friday is the big day. SmackDown returns in front of a live audience in Texas. Could that be the day that we see John Cena back?
Yeah, it's possible. Like I said, we have no idea what they're doing with the filming. So Cena is tied to the project, but we have no idea if he's going to be filming in August or not. So really, it doesn't close the door, doesn't open the door. It literally leaves it as it was. We just don't know when he's going to return. Maybe Cena put this news out himself just to kind of throw a little smoke out there, and then boom, he shows up on the first live SmackDown next week.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, this could be a swerve. This could be something that he is going to partake in, but like, don't worry, I'll still be able to fit this in my schedule. We'll see, man. I think this is great. Guys, sound off in the comments. Let us know your thoughts on these trending topics today. We got Aleister Black backstage news. His 30-day non-compete clause from NXT did not get carried over to the main roster. So therefore, this is why we saw him at AEW Dynamite last night at Road Rager. And this is all per PWInsider. And John Cena announces his new movie starting filming in Europe starting in August, which coincides with SummerSlam. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens unraveling in the next several weeks. Now, coming off the heels of John Cena announcing his movie, leaving it up in the air if he's going to return to SummerSlam or not, today we find out about Brock Lesnar. We found out some more information about Brock. Now, this has been widely reported all over the place about Brock Lesnar's status, if he's coming back, if he's not, what's going on. Well, the latest is that Andrew Zarian commented on the Matt Men podcast that Lesnar's plan for SummerSlam unfortunately did not work out. And it looks like it's because of some creative reasons. Regarding on the side of the financials of it, it was noted that WWE wants Lesnar to commit to live shows. So I'm not sure if that's just Raw and SmackDown or live events as well. But WWE is highly interested in bringing back Brock Lesnar. If they can come to some sort of agreement where he can do some live shows, I'm sure the payday is going to be great for him.
Yeah, I think probably now they're probably trying to move on and try to ink him into the Saudi Arabia show that's going to be coming up in the fall. That's probably the major thing that they're probably trying to coax him out of the old farm up in Canada for is that Saudi show. And as you see with HBK, with Undertaker, they throw the money out to those stars to travel over to Saudi Arabia. So depending on what they want to do with Lesnar, they may be able to get him back into the ring with the right amount of money there, have him destroy somebody, and maybe they had him lose to Roman, and that's not what he wants to do on his return back, because obviously they booked Roman so strong. He hasn't lost a singles match since October of 2019. So it's going to be a big deal when the first person that pins Roman for that title, whenever that happens, and whoever that may be. And they probably want to keep it on Roman until WrestleMania. Lesnar didn't like that, and so now they're going to the next plan, which I'm going to just guess myself is Saudi Arabia.
Wow. Yeah. And they have been talking about putting on another Saudi Arabia show. And speaking of Saudi Arabia, let's talk about this little side jab that Britt Baker last night on Road Rager. It was a pretty stiff jab.
That was that got the internet talking, didn't it?
Yes, it surely did. She was talking about Andrade and Vicky Guerrero and basically, Tony Khan accepting that blood money. He's like, you know what? Then, AEW is just going to, run a show in Saudi Arabia the next week, might as well. I was like, wow. Like, damn. And you heard it in the crowd, which made it so much better because you heard the crowd go, ooh.
Yeah.
That's a smart crowd. Miami's a good crowd, bro.
Yeah. That was crazy. That dropped that set the internet on fire last night for sure. I loved it. And who better to drop a line like that than Britt Baker? Because she don't care.
She don't. Like a boss, man. Like the role model she is. Well,
now let's quickly go back to Lesnar. I want to point out something very interesting. I think this was on Facebook. Paul Heyman changed his profile picture to Roman Reigns getting laid out by Lesnar. I can't remember when that was from, but that's another thing to note with this news coming out is that Heyman probably just trolling us because Heyman likes to do that. But just an interesting note that he posted that picture as his profile.
I did notice that, and I read the report on that, and then I immediately, because I follow Paul Heyman on all socials, and I didn't see that. I didn't see his profile picture changed at all. So I don't know if he changed it like for a few minutes and then switched it back, and that's his way of trolling us. But it's very interesting on why he would pick that picture.
Yeah.
He's working us, bro. He's working us.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He's always in character. Guys, your comments on screen. Go ahead and fire off your questions. Tons of news coming out today. We got the Inside Cradle dropping tonight, 7 p.m. on YouTube. We got Sean Ross Sapp joining Kevin Kellerman, Rick Cucino, talking the latest in wrestling news. Plus, you got a fresh the debrief from last night after a hot AEW Road Rager. We got a live report from Miami with Rico. You guys can check that out right now. If you want to listen to all of our content in podcast form, check us out on Anchor. Check us out on Spotify, on Google, iTunes. If you can't watch, listen to us while you're driving. Do whatever you can. And make sure you're subscribing to our YouTube, because that way you get to see all of our exclusive interviews. We got an exclusive interview right now with Tommaso Ciampa, a great interview with Big Damo, formerly known as Killian Dane. That all right now on our Sportskeeda Wrestling YouTube channel. And guys, if you're watching us on Facebook, head on over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because the only way you're going to be able to watch those exclusive interviews is by subscribing to our YouTube channel. That's right. So, Jeremy, hit him up with your socials. Tell him where you can find you. Where's your podcast at?
You can find me on the Twitter at JB Huskers, and I'm also the host of the Lost in the Midcard podcast. Drops every Thursday. Took this week off. I'm doing a little house and dog sitting, so could not record.
We all need a week off, bro.
Yeah, so we took a little week off. I'm on assignment this week from the podcast, but you can find it on the Twitter at LITMC Podcast. Go to LITMC for Lost in the Midcard, litmcpodcast.com. It's got all of our socials as well as links to iTunes, Spotify, and also we do video podcast as well on YouTube. So go find us there. We usually drop it on Thursday afternoons.
Same here, guys. Make sure you follow me on all of my social media at Jose G Official _ in between. You can tweet at me on Twitter, hit me up on IG. You can check out my new reels. I just got back into TikTok. I took a long 2-year break because I was on TikTok when it was cool, when none of the celebrities were on it. And it was really cool, but now I'm getting back into it. So check out my stuff over there. We got Weekends of Wrestling every Thursday night. However, we are taking a week off this week because Rico is still in Miami recovering from Road Rager. So we'll be back next week, and you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and wherever you get all of your major podcasts. So that's it for today's top story. For Jeremy Bennett, I'm Jose G. Remember, when watching wrestling, Jeremy, tell them what they need to do.
You got to enjoy wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah.